Well, if you want to sponsor 100 people, who would want to sponsor 100 people? Okay. By the way, you never take advice from someone who doesn't have what you have or hasn't done what you want to do, okay? If you want to be a great customer gatherer, there's a guy here today who did 303 customers in 14 months. I have 8,100 associates. He's the #1. Goose, where are you? Christian Gousseau. There he is. Talk to him later. If you want to be an expert sponsor, there's a guy here who sponsored over 200 associates personally. Top 25 earner, George Kafalis. Where are you, George? Find him. Talk to him. Guys, you'll sponsor 100 people if you add one phrase, okay? Yes, take away. It's called You're Kidding, that's what I do. You're gonna see somebody in the supermarket you haven't seen for a while, you're gonna ask them the 5 questions. How's your life, how's your wife, how's your dog, how's your job? Keep asking them, they're finally going to do what? Reveal their pain. Mike, everything's fine, but I got 3 kids headed for college. I don't know how I'm gonna do it financially. You're kidding. That's what I do. What do you mean that's what you do? I have a business that's specifically designed for people who have kids in college that helps them pay off their debt. Wow, how do I find out? Well, I can't talk now. I'm on the way to a meeting, but I can meet with my business partners Tuesday night, or would Friday for coffee be better? Take another one, you're in the bank. Another friend. How's your life? How's your wife? How's your dog? How's your job? Everything's great, Mike, but the kids are out of college. They bankrupted us. College debt was so big, we're behind on our home. We're 90 days behind, we're in foreclosure. You're kidding, that's what I do. What? I have a business specifically designed for people in foreclosure that helps them earn the extra money to get out of foreclosure. Wow, can I hear about it? Well, I'm on the run right now, but I'm meeting my business partners Tuesday night. Or would Saturday for coffee be better? It's so wide-ranging, there's no limitations. You can meet a friend at a party you haven't seen for 30 years. How's your life? How's your wife? How's your dog? How's your job? Mike, the kids are out of school. The house is paid off. My heart is breaking. As you know, I was adopted. My great aunt adopted. She's 99 years old. She needs round-the-clock care. I don't know what to do. You're kidding. That's what I do. What? I have a business specifically designed that helps people properly care for their elderly loved ones. How? Talk about it. Let's get together. Guys, when you're prepared, you're confident. Success is where preparation meets opportunity. Remember that. But it doesn't come naturally. It's the opposite of what your nature is. You always feel uncomfortable when you have to have a conversation. Am I right? So you want to do the contrary to your natural feeling. When you feel uncomfortable, that's the trigger to do it. It's called the opposite. I don't know if you're Seinfeld fans. I love that series. My favorite was George Costanza doing the opposite. He logically reasoned, since his whole life was a failure, that every decision he made was wrong. So if he does the opposite, it's got to be good, right? So instead of meeting a nice-looking girl and saying, I'm an architect, I designed the Guggenheim. She saw the lie, didn't go anywhere. Sees a nice-looking girl in a restaurant and says, hi, I'm George Costanza. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents. I love your honesty. Sit down, she says. That's a funny episode, but guys, it's real. You want to do the opposite of what comes naturally. Disobey your feelings and you will learn to live out of your comfort zone. Am I right? But I want to take it a step further here. Leaders, even more so do we have to get out of our comfort zone because we sink into those comfort zones. I call it the lazy zone. I want to tell you a story. Before I tell you, I was asked not to tell this. A very admired leader of mine said, you might not want to share that, Mike, because what you did was unbecoming of a presidential director. Unbecoming sounds like discomfort. So I said, that's why I'm going to tell it. Everything I tell my team is to live out of your comfort zone. Take risks, take radical risks. So I'm sitting home one day, about a year and a half ago, in front of my computer, in my lazy zone. Got about 6,500 associates, 5-figure residual coming in every month. Team's in first gear, nothing big, it's moving along pretty good. Go to the gym an hour a day, come back. As James Levis would say, I was living the dream. When one day, a 22-year-old son comes home, and says, Dad, I know I just graduated Universal Technical School and I'm a certified diesel technician, but I want to go into sales. I don't want to work on cars and trucks. I said, wow. Through a little bit of heart attack and thinking how much money I spent. I said, that's okay, I love sales. I admire that. What do you got in mind? He says, I got a job as a solar rep. I said, wow, that's amazing. Go for it, buddy, make it happen. Next day, boom, car blows up, motor's gone. Not even he can fix it. Suddenly, it was dawning on me. Either he's coming into my comfort zone, spoiling my easy life, or I gotta think about something life-altering. Maybe I could interview for the same job. If I got it, I could be his driver, spend some father-son time together. Maybe I could teach him something about sales. He ended up teaching me a lot about sales. And maybe recruit one or two of these associates. So I go for the job, I get interviewed. Thank God I got it. I got the job. Monday morning, we're in training. Very uncomfortable. We have a supervisor. I don't like supervisors. That's why I'm in network marketing. Quotas. I hate quotas. That's why I'm in network marketing. We had the team cheer at the end of every meeting, the rah-rah session. Persistence, 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 in a huddle. Yes, Greg Savage, he'll tell you I invented persistence. Just his opinion. But most of all, the discomfort reached its peak when we were fully trained and they put us into that 15-person passenger van in our team uniforms, orange hat, orange vest. They could have dropped us off on the side of the highway with sticks and we could have did community service, right? Greg Savage calls it the prison van. But they took us to a Philly suburb, dropped us off and says, guys, you're trained, go make it happen. Guys, it was November. Cold, and it's cold calling. Does it get any more uncomfortable than that? Like, this isn't asking Uncle Charlie for his electric bill over Thanksgiving, guys. But life begins where your comfort zone ends. We started knocking, we hit the 1 quota per week each. Love incentives, I had to hit the incentive. Second week, we did 1 a week each, we got it. Third week, something happened, we did 11. The sales meeting starts. The supervisor says, how did you guys do 11? Thought about it, and I think, this is my opportunity. I'm a presidential director. I've been this undercover mole here. I'm gonna impart some amazing wisdom to show who I am. But wisdom kicked in. As I thought about it, I said, well, I'll tell you what happened. Now, there's 30 young people. I say young, 20 to 35 years old. And I said, I'll tell you what we did. Every morning before we got out of the car, we sat together and we asked God to bless our business. Amen. We just stood there, didn't know what to say. Then they clapped. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the beginning of us earning respect from that team. We had breakfast with them, lunch with them, we heard about the problems, we helped them, they helped us, we went to their homes, and eventually, one of them joined our business. Is Francis Xavier Huber here? Raise your hand. Thank you. He signed up 9 associates who signed up 334 more. They switched 2,000 customers in a year. And we sponsored him under my daughter, who's 21. So she gets paid on the 2,000 customers, but she was sponsored by my son. So he got paid on the 2,000. And we sponsored him, so my wife Denise and I got paid on 2,000 customers. Wow, life begins where your comfort zone ends. Interesting. It got better. We came to some houses that were perfectly southern facing, which you gotta have to get solar. But they had a bad roof, they're missing a shingle, something wasn't right. So I thought, maybe they have an insurance claim. Wow, maybe I should try to get licensed as an insurance adjuster, maybe get them a free roof. I failed the test. Failed it a second time, failed it a third time. My son says, Dad, you failed the test 3 times. Remember that? I said, Michael, I could fail that test 100 times. but I will never stop taking that test. I failed it again. 4th time, 5th time, 6th time. Passed it on the 7th time. We got over 100 valid insurance claims. We saved deals for the team. Their people are getting free roofs. We became #1 in the Alliance Adjustment Office, a whole other business.